Welcome back to the To Be Determined podcast. This is where we discuss unsolved mysteries, inquiring scandals, gossip, and a lot more. I'm Kelly.
I'm Char.
I'm Supriti.
I'm Holland.
And we are so happy that you are listening. As a reminder, we are a podcast that discusses murder and scandals. Viewer discretion is advised. We want you guys to stay safe and happy, so please switch to a different podcast if these topics will affect you negatively or trigger you. Thank you so much for taking care of your amazing self. Today we are going to be talking about the tragic cold case of the murder of Hazel Fenty. We send our condolences to her family. Let's get on with it.
On December 4th, 1992, Hazel Fenty was murdered in a church in Daytona Beach, Florida. It was the day of her birthday. Here's a little backstory on her. She was a grandmother of 2 grandsons and a mother of 3. She married 3 times. The first one died of throat cancer. The second one she divorced. And the third one was her husband, which she also divorced. She was a very independent woman. And she could never go to college because she had 2 children after her first husband died, and she had to take care of them. Her jobs included accountant, secretary, and bookkeeper. She was very religious and very involved with her church. She collected Koopy dolls, which is an antique doll. They look like babies that can stand, if you guys don't know what it is.
Sorry about these page transfers. It takes a little while sometimes. All right.
Okay. So, day of the murder. Once again, viewer discretion is advised. Okay? Okay. So, her son called her earlier that day to wish her a happy birthday. She was in pretty good spirits, he stated. She was living alone at the time, so she went to church. She worked and worshipped at Indigo Lakes Baptist Church. According to Jacob, her grandson, she went over to the pastor's house, John Nichols' house, and had lunch with him and his wife. Then Hazel and the pastor went back to the church to do some more work.
The investigation.
Nope. You're still here.
Sorry, guys.
I'm so sorry. I did not see where she left off.
Blooper!
That's my fault. Okay. The police report stated that the pastor left the church around 4:15 p.m. Well, Hazel.
Yes, it's Hazel.
Okay. I don't want to mispronounce. Stayed behind, making copies of documents. That evening, the pastor got a concerning call from Hazel's eldest son, Sandy. She hadn't shown up to her birthday dinner. They called the pastor at 7 p.m. and, the pastor lives very close to the church. He lives 5 minutes away by car. And so he agrees to go check on her, Jacob said. The pastor pulled into the church and noticed lights were on in the nursery, a place that they shouldn't have been on. And that's where her body was, in the nursery, Jacob said.
Damn.
I honestly don't know who Jacob is, so sorry.
I think Jacob is.
Maybe he's
Maybe one of the sons or an investigator?
Yeah.
We're gonna put that up on the screen once we find out who that
I'm
was.
going to Google it right now, guys.
Okay, we'll get back to that. Okay, investigation.
Okay. So this is about the investigation. The next part we have to alter a little bit because it does contain topics that we can't discuss. When Detective Jimmy Flint of the Daytona Beach Police Department stated that when the police arrived, they found her lying on her stomach, throat slit. There was blood on the floor around the head area. There was also no robbery found.
Is that the right Jake?
No, it was
I'm not
Jacob.
sure.
Oh,
Sorry, guys, we're trying to figure out. Sometimes our scripts get altered a little bit when we print them, so we're trying to figure out who Jacob was.
Oh, Jake, there is a Jacob Hackman.
that might be her son. Might be your son. Hold on.
Possibly.
Search up who Betty Heckman's son is.
Oh, no, I think he lives in a different state. Where's New Hampton?
Okay, guys.
Okay,
how about we do some further research
Okay.
later.
We'll do
put
some
it up on
further.
the
Yeah, we'll put it up on the screen once we find it right now.
So look at the screen.
All right, there was also no robbery found. They believe the motive behind the crime was a motive of loving Hazel, but killing her when she did not love them back. The detective stated that this was a bizarre case.
Okay, I can do this.
Sorry about that.
Jacob stated that.
Oh, Jacob's the detective.
No, Jacob's her grandson.
Jacob's.
You literally wrote it in the script.
Where?
According to Jacob, her grandson.
Oh, sorry guys.
Oh.
Jacob is her grandson. We just got back from a long weekend here, so we're all a little bit frazzled.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
sorry about
recording
that.
this the day after Memorial Day, so we're all kind of on ocean time.
And we're all kind of tired.
Yes.
I am.
Okay,
Okay, sorry.
so Jacob stated nobody had a vendetta against her. She was the only lady who donated her time to the church and crocheted and collected Kewpie dolls. Like, she didn't have any issues with anybody.
Or so she thought.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
That was not expecting that from you. So Jacob reached out to Detective Flint, and Flint stated that they have a small amount of DNA that they were trying to get tested. Nothing came out of the results, but he hopes with new technology, they can find a plausible suspect. There are 2 persons of interest in this case, but they would not disclose the names. We like to keep our unsolved case episodes open to interpretation from our listeners. So not only will we be commenting on who we believe is the perpetrator, but please comment with your thoughts.
We are so glad you were able to listen in. See you next time.
Thank you all for listening and keeping yourselves very informative of these new and upcoming cases. Just know that we're always going to be updating you, so keep checking our website, which, fun stuff, it's coming out, so check the link in our bio. It will be there.
Sometime soon.
Sometime soon
We're recording this on the 28th, Wednesday
of May.
May 28th. Wednesday.
Okay, let's just say before fall. It will come out before fall. Anyways, comment, like, share, and keep spreading the word that we're a great podcast and we want to keep giving you amazing stories to keep you entertained.
Let me just say something. The reason we're recording this on a different day than the actual podcast is because we ran out of time to.
Yeah, our microphones just started being weird.
Yes.
If you noticed any more differences, that's why. So
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'm Supriti.
I'm Char.
I'm Holland.
And I'm Kelly.
Signing off.